If you want to dominate Google Ads like an industry leader, you can't just throw money at the problem and hope for the best. You have to be strategic, ruthless, and a little bit obsessed. So today I'm going to break down how the biggest competitors in this space win big with Google Ads and how you can steal their strategies for yourself. Let's get into it. First, we're gonna have to talk about owning your own brand and your brand's high intent keywords. If you're not bidding on your own brand name, then chances are your competitors probably are. They could be stealing your potential customers right from under you. It's kind of like running a marathon and having someone jump in front of you at the last second just to take the medal. Not cool, right? The race was already won by you, but someone came into the last minute and was able to convince the judges otherwise. So make sure you have a separate search campaign that's bidding on your own brand keywords so you can make sure that you solidify that business that should have already been yours in the first place, and don't leave competitors any room to be able to rank higher than you or use any copy that could convince a potential buyer who is going to you to go to them instead. Also, industry leaders, they own the high intent commercial keywords like buy blank product online or best blank service near me. These searches show serious buyer's intent. So big players make sure that they are showing up first for the most bottom of funnel searches. Also, another big thing that these big players are doing is they're using broad match keywords and smart bidding, which can be an absolute game changer because this helps these guys capture the new emerging search terms and turn them into keywords that competitors or no one has even thought of yet. Now, if you're a smaller brand, hopefully you're not watching this video, but if you are, broad match keywords can be great, but they are also really good at throwing a ton of money in the garbage for the most unrelated keywords on the planet. But all the big guys who have massive Google Ads budgets, they love broad match keywords because they want to dominate the feed, they want to dominate awareness, and they want to be on top of any emerging search terms, or if someone's looking up how to or results or symptoms, they want to be there in case that person is actually looking to buy. Now, let's talk about precision audience targeting and layering. So top brands, they don't just target everyone, even though it seems like they might. They laser focus on the right audience. They maximize their first party data with customer match lists and website visitors. They segment remarketing audiences based on the customer's journey. So that's why it's important to make sure that you have conversion tracking set up correctly in Google Analytics so you know you have the data of the people who began checkout, entered their payment information, and of course, the ones who actually purchased. And then it's important to have separate campaigns for these audiences so the messaging is tailored to them to warm them up and turn them into hot, sizzling leads. They also use demographic exclusions and bid adjustments to aggressively filter out low quality traffic. For example, if you're selling a premium B2B software, you should not be wasting your budget on people aged 18 to 24, who are likely just teenagers looking for a free trial. Part 3 is going to be high performance ad creatives. Industry leaders, I'm sure you've seen tons of ads and they do not settle for boring ads, so neither should you. They run dozens, if not hundreds, of ad variations, obsessively testing literally everything. They use aggressive, click-worthy headlines with emotional hooks, responsive search ads that will dynamically improve based on results, response ads that dynamically adjust based on performance, and image extensions in search ads because, let's face it, humans are visual creatures, and the more digital real estate that you can take up on the Google Ads search engine result page is massive. Now, here's a big one. Performance Max and Shopping Mastery. Performance Max is not a set it and forget it tool for the pros, but it's an optimized machine. They hyper segment their product feeds, categorizing by profitability, margins, and ROAS instead of just lumping everything together. They constantly test titles, images, products, descriptions to increase their click-through rates. And the real experts, they're going to combine these campaigns with several other campaigns like standard shopping and a standard search campaign to ensure that their products and brand terms are getting prioritized while the Performance Max handles expansion and almost opens up that marketing funnel from just focusing on the bottom to now targeting middle and top funnel while still going after the right audience at a bigger scope. Now, for the big one that a lot of people overlook because they go, hey, we have a good landing page. It's great. And I go, no, it's not, because the big guys, they are making ruthless landing page adjustments that's all around conversion rate optimization. Even the best ads in the world, you could be giving something away for free, but it's not going to convert if the landing page is absolute trash. The pros are testing their landing page just as much as they're testing their ads. You got to have better than 2-second loading times, because if it takes too long, people back out in 2 seconds. Literally, I've seen it happen. Single focus and high converting ad copy, okay? Don't have all your services grouped into one page or all your products. Have a separate landing page for each product or each service that is highly optimized and targeted using your exact Google ad copy to get a higher Google ad rank. And have no distractions, make it very clear, and have one call to action. Also, use something like Microsoft Clarity, which is free, or use Hotjar, which has a great free trial, in order to track, user experience. Keep a library full of these live recordings of people who went onto your website, and use that data to generate heat maps. So you're making sure that you're always having the most important and relevant and highest converting related elements of your site towards the top, so everyone is seeing them. Now, when I'm auditing big spend accounts, some of the biggest things I see is people not using the advanced smart bidding strategies correctly, okay? So you should be using target ROAS for e-commerce. Focus on the high margin products. You should be using target CPA for lead generation, and even seasonal bid adjustments, okay? Depending on what you're selling, if Christmas is coming around the corner, expect to have to change your bidding strategy. Your bidding strategy is one of the most important things that can separate your account from being a low performing to a high performing Google Ads account. Also, if you really want to stand out, you want to have real time bid optimization. So for example, I saw a surge in traffic for one of my clients who was a weight loss injection clinic between the hours of 6 p.m. to about 11 p.m. So we had a separate campaign with the higher bid just for those times, and we used emotional copy to bring people in who we thought were, doom scrolling on their phone at night, or, maybe after dinner, coming back to their weight loss, or, maybe after dinner, sitting on the couch, they're coming back to their weight loss goals and they're doing research online. We used all that copy to focus on just that audience, and we were able to crush it on only 4 hours or 5 hours a day. Another thing that all the big players are doing, and I'm sure you've noticed that when you go on a website and then now you go to a different website, you see their ads again, and they're like, oh my gosh, I was just on this website. Well, believe it or not, that was no accident. It's called retargeting. But for the big players, retargeting is not just display ads, okay? It's YouTube, pre-roll, and in-feed ads, the skippable ones, the ones you see on the side. Anywhere that they can advertise, they will. Video remarketing funnels that are designed to warm you up, to bring you through the marketing stages to make you ready to buy. So this is all done strategically by the types of content that you're seeing. So as you watch more of a video, or as you engage with a video, you now trigger the sequence and you start seeing different videos that are all designed to frame you and give you different angles to turn you into a ready to buy customer. Nowadays, it takes way more touch points than it used to back in 2015, 2016 with digital marketing to make someone buy. So the big players know that some of the best money spent is honestly on retargeting, because you've already spent money capturing someone's interest. Now it's time to nurture them, show them the right copy, show them the right ads, and frame them and make them a ready to buy customer. Another extremely important metric that I see big players doing is they're not, just optimizing for ROAS or, CPA on the Google Ads dashboard, but they are also looking at LTV. And this is one of the most important things that you can do inside your business if you want your business to actually grow, is maximizing your LTV, because you can do a lot of things to make your Google Ads dashboard make it look like you're crushing it. But if your business isn't growing, or your business bank account isn't going up, or you're not, getting a larger, unusual amount of more sales or more traffic or more calls than you thought, even though your Google Ads dashboard is crushing, then your business isn't going to grow and you're going to fire your agency. So the real best Google Ads agencies, like myself, we have these conversations with you to make sure that you're doing what you can to maximize customer LTV, because we know on our end that it's the most important for you to make sure that the business is actually growing, or we're going to get fired. So working with your Google Ads agency, or if you have a marketing team, making sure that you guys are maximizing customer lifetime value is one of the best things that you can do in terms of growing your business. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is offense and defense, because winning big means that you're going to have to play both offense and defense. So you need to be bidding on competitor brand terms and using copy to try and bring customers that were already going to go to your competitors away. So flashing an offer or mentioning why you're better and trying to rank higher than them on the ads feed is going to help you pull potential users away from competitors and onto your website. Also, you should be using aggressive negative keywords to make sure you're not wasting any spend. And you need to be monitoring your competitors and seeing what they are doing, seeing what ads in the ad library and the Google Transparency Report have been active the longest, because this is going to help you determine, okay, if they've been running this ad for 6 months, it's probably not underperforming. And again, make sure you're using those retargeting campaigns so that you're re-engaging, these lost users before your competitors snatch them up. So, in a nutshell, to bring this all together, how do the industry leaders actually win big with Google Ads? A quick little recap is they spend more, but they spend smart. They prioritize high intent in retargeting searches and users. They test out everyone. They run more A and B tests than their competitors, so they're always optimizing for conversion rate. They use automation and human oversight, so they're leveraging AI for the bidding, but they're manually optimizing where needed constantly. And they run full funnel strategies. They're not just relying on one campaign type or one type of ad or one emotional angle or one angle of headlines, but they're testing everything and they're throwing it out there, and they're making sure that even the people who weren't ready to buy, but they already clicked, they're making sure that they're getting framed and that you guys are staying top of mind to that user to soon get them ready to buy. So they're not letting anyone fall through the cracks. And most importantly, they focus on revenue, not actually just clicks or how the Google dashboard looks. So they're always optimizing for lifetime value and long-term profitability, figuring out how they can upsell, how they can cross-sell, and knowing that, hey, if this person comes back and buys this 6 times, then our CPA can actually be a lot higher. We can actually spend more to get these customers, which is going to allow us to outbid our competition, because we're willing to, take a smaller hit or take a bigger hit on the front end, but we know that we're going to keep this person for X amount of time on average. So these are just some big tips that I see on how the big players in Google Ads and how they win big and how they dominate. So again, if you're thinking, hey, Johnny, you're the expert, you clearly have this strategy figured out, we want you to run our Google Ads. Well, I would love to. And in the description below, I have a link for you to click on that'll take you to my website, fill out my contact form, and I will call you back. If I am awake, I will call you back within 60 seconds. I can almost guarantee it. And then we'll schedule a call. We'll talk through the ad account and see if it's a good idea to work together. If you want your Google Ad account audited because you're like, Johnny, all this information was great, but we think we're missing some stuff, we're not sure we're quite following all the way, I also have a link for you in the description below. If you want to learn more, I have 2 free PDF courses. They're like courses, kind of guides to share some insight on local health and wellness businesses and beauty e-commerce companies. So those are free, and you can download those from my website, which is a link in the description below. And if you have any comments or questions, let me know below, and I will see you guys next time.